my friend. I'm gonna be drawing a page for my book that I'm illustrating and I'm writing. And I thought, what if I brought you along in this journey with me? My name is Annie Castillo, and I have been a newspaper cartoonist for Canada and for Mexico for 14 years before I jumped into becoming an author of books. I wrote 3 books so far and published them with Little Brown New York, Pink, Spark, and People Are My Favorite Places. And now I'm working on my first adult book. So I'm working on it right now. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of the process that I do in case you're interested to do this kind of thing, because it's really special and really fun, and I thought I will show you a little bit of my process in case you wanna come along with me. So first of all, I always do a little sketch of what I'm gonna do. I don't try to do it super perfect, just a little bit of an idea of what I'm gonna draw, and then I take my little blue pencil, and it's almost impossible to see actually for the camera, but even for me it is pretty, like, the lines are not very dark, but that's very good because when you scan the lines you cannot see anything. But yeah, no, it's very very light, and I like that about it. You'll see why in a moment. And what I'm drawing right now, I'm telling you, this is about a book. This book that I'm writing is about my dating experiences, and this specific experience is about when I was dating somebody who wrote a song about my book Pink, and I'm drawing the part when I received the song, and then I went for a walk in the snow and I was listening to it, and actually the sound that you're hearing in the background is that song. It's that little recording that I got, and I'm showing you in this page how I felt about it. And yeah, but like, as you can see now, the blue lines have become, it's more like, it's almost like you have to draw from scratch almost. Like, the blue lines are giving you an idea where to draw, but this technique of drawing is almost like drawing again from scratch. It's like you're drawing on top of everything. It's almost like it gives you an idea of where the lines are supposed to go, but it's not exact, you know? And I like it. I like it like that, because when the lines are too dark, you feel like, oh my god, I am supposed to draw on top of these dark lines. But when the lines are a little bit lighter, it gives you a little bit of freedom of interpretation. Then you can draw them a little bit new again. So for me, the blue pencil makes me more mindful of the drawing. I don't know if you have drawn with really dark pencil, then you feel like you have to do the exact line. This one gives you freedom, like drawing from scratch. And then I always like putting dark little details. I love that. And yeah, I was telling you about this story that I'm illustrating here. It was very fascinating because it was in the winter, and I had been, of course, this book is about, again, my dating experiences. I was dating online here in Canada shortly after I had gotten divorced, and I was very inexperienced in the dating realm. By now I am a veteran of the whole ordeal, so honestly I could write a book about it. Oh, I'm writing a book about it. So this was a very intense moment for me because, first of all, I had just gotten separated from my ex-husband. I was just getting divorced, and I was just getting to know new human beings for the first time in my life. And it was very funny because, you know, when you are going through a divorce, naturally the relationship is basically hell. Basically, you are burning in the flames of hell. It's that terrible. I feel like if a marriage was even a little bit not like hell, I feel like you wouldn't get divorced. Or I don't know, that's in my case. I think I wouldn't get divorced unless it was hell. But maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I will divorce even if it was more like limbo. Who knows? but what I know is mine was hell. So when you're living in hell and you feel like the other person is just not even friendly or something, I don't know how to explain it, but have you read Stephen King very much? I compare being in a divorce almost like Cujo. Cujo the dog. Cujo is a very cuddly, adorable dog, and then he becomes the devil basically. So I feel like when you're getting through a divorce, the person that you love the most, the person that you trusted the most, becomes this like just very negative character. At least, again, in my experience, that has been my experience. Otherwise, you wouldn't get divorced, right? And so suddenly I start meeting people who are nice to me. After being in hell for so many years, I start actually meeting people who tell me that I'm beautiful, that I'm interesting, that I'm good, that I'm nice, that I'm likable, that I'm attractive, or all of that stuff. And this specific person, I didn't even meet him in person actually at this point. Um, but he sent me this little song, and I'm drawing this scene because for me it was such a moment, like, again, going through a divorce, feeling like when you're getting divorced, a lot of the time you feel guilty, you feel like such a bad person, you feel so unlikable. I wrote a book, and this person wrote a song inspired by my book, Pink, and I just felt like such a hug in the soul, a hug in my heart. Like, I had put my heart out there in the world when I wrote this book, and I felt like this song was receiving a hug back, and it was very, very, very special for me. Again, especially after so much negativity that comes with the divorce, not only from the outside but from the inside, all these bad feelings, and suddenly I'm not only getting to meet people, but this is a creative exchange that, if you have ever had one of those, that they really, really touch your soul. And as you can hear this song. I'm not gonna tell you who wrote it because it's supposed to be anonymous. This whole book, I'm not telling the names of the people that I was dating at the time because I want to protect their identity, because I'm like, what if they're gonna get embarrassed of what I'm gonna say? So I'm actually changing names and changing probably their jobs so people won't guess who they are. And yeah, so look, oh, here I'm doing something that I really like. I'm using white pen. Isn't it delicious? Look, I'm drawing like the little snow flakes, and at that moment that I heard that song, I was walking in the snow, and the little flakes of snow, they were just like falling so softly, like little tiny baby feathers, miniature beautiful feathers, and I was feeling so alive and so excited and just so touched and so grateful to be having this moment of peace and love and connection, of communion with not just another person, but with myself, kind of. you know just being able to feel good, and me myself feeling again like a good person, like I had a good impact in somebody, and that this person was sending me love in a way. And yeah, so I'll tell you more about the story in the book. This is just one page, but like a lot of things happened. I'll tell you about how it started, how it continued, how it ended, and that is the premise of my book. I'm telling you about a couple of my stories. And yeah, this is me kind of finishing the book. After I draw everything, then I write the text by hand, which is very, very it's a very delicate situation because you can make a mistake very easy. But if that happens, you can just fix it in Photoshop. No biggie. So yeah, this is the page. Well, that was one of the pages. So I hope you enjoyed this and hope to see you here again. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please do ask me, because I do, as I say, I wanna share a little bit more of what I do and the process, because I feel like based on the messages that I get, there's a lot of people interested in this kind of work, and I would love to share what I know in case I can be of help to any of you. And anything that you would like to ask me, please feel free. I'm here and I would love to answer your questions. Big kisses, big hugs, and lots of love. Bye.